Last video! I'm excited because I just made 10 of them, but you should be excited because if you're watching this, you just did 10 pages in the course of a week to get you ready for the state test this next week. Alright, secret word is inequality. Let's check out some answers. And some super cool graphs. Number 3 is a little weird. You get that answer, but then the answer needs to be 4, which I'll go over. We've seen this one before. And hopefully you know the difference between a closed circle and an open circle for inequalities. If you needed any review with that, let's take a look at our last video together. Alright, so I'm starting to think that some of you should probably, the day before the test, look at this chart. Because people can forget the difference between a less than or a greater than sign. Basically, greater than sign, Pac-Man is opening his mouth to the left, to the first number, and a less than sign, he's opening it up to the right. Also, a helpful reminder that I'm making up right now because I'm super loopy is the less than sign kind of looks like an L for less. Yeah, that might help. Alright. Lorraine is killing some zombies. She's already killed 50 zombies, and every hour she kills 6 zombies. She sets a zombie slaying goal of killing at least 92 zombies. Right and inequality represent how many hours each Lorraine needs to continue killing zombies to reach her goal. Alright, so first we have a variable term, and that is 6 zombies per hour, or 6 times h. Then we have how many zombies she's already slayed, which is 50. And then she wants to kill at least 92. So let's think about this. She would be happy if she killed more than 92, like 93, 94, but she would be unhappy if she killed less than 92 zombies. So that's why we need to use a greater than or equal to sign, because she's happy if she kills 92 or more. To solve the inequality, it's sort of the same as an equation. You could just do 92, subtract the 50 that she's already killed, which would be 42 left over, and then take 52 and divide it by, math, 42. Loopy, sorry. 42 divided by 6, and that would be 7. So remember what we do with our answer. You don't just say h equals 7, because that would be Lorraine killing exactly 92 zombies. We say that h is anything that's greater than or equal to 7, because she'd be happy killing more than 92 zombies. Also, we learned during a week of homework that we can graph the solution to an inequality. And here's a quick review of that. So on an open number line, let's start by labeling 7, because that's kind of a key number. Let's maybe put a digit or 2 above 7, and a number or 2 below it. And then we want to graph h is greater than or equal to 7. So we start by putting a filled in or a closed circle on 7, and that says that yes, Lorraine is happy if she kills zombies for exactly 7 hours. But then we show a graph going to the right, or in the greater direction, because 8 hours of killing, 9 hours of killing, great for Lorraine. 6 or 5, not enough hours of killing zombies for Lorraine. Alright, Elijah is trying to purchase a PS4, and he's got mad stacks. The system costs $400, and each game costs $60. Right, an inequality, and they're giving us, let's see, G for games. Alright, so let's start off with the variable term. The variable term is going to be the one that has $60 per game, because that changes depending on how many games he buys. So that's $60 times the number of games. Then, he's going to need the PS4, so that's plus 400. This problem is a little different than the one on the last page, because he only has $880 to spend. He can spend less than that, he'd be happy with that, but he can't spend more than the money that he has. So that's why for this we need to use a less than or equal to sign. So this new memory hook thing, picture an L, that's a less than symbol, less than or equal to, and that's less than or equal to $880. So that's our inequality. To solve it, we could start by subtracting away the cost of the PS4, which would leave us with, how do you do math? $480. Then you take that, which is the amount he has left for the games, and divide it by 60. And if you do that, we're going to get 8. So if he spends all of his money, he's going to buy 8 games. So what we're going to do is we're going to say that G can be less than or equal to 8, because he can buy 8 games or less than that without going over his budget. The graph is going to have 8 games in the middle, maybe a couple numbers above and below. And then we're going to have to use, again, a closed circle, a filled-in circle, to show that he can buy exactly 8. And then we want to shade in everything that's less than 8 to show that that is how many games he could choose to buy without going over budget. This one's a bit trickier. Jenny brings this much money to the store. She spends this much money on some jeans, and then buys some t-shirts for $9.50 each. And then it says write and solve an inequality. So they would literally take off points if you don't write the inequality here. I'm going to start off with the variable term. That's $9.50 per t-shirt. So let's put a T there. Then she also buys one pair of jeans. So let's put $15.75. And then she brings this much money to the store. And we're supposed to write an inequality, so we can't use an equal than sign. So it's similar to the Elijah problem with the video games because she can't spend more than that. So we're going to have to use L less than or equal to $60.50. Alright, first part of the problem done. Now, let's do some solving. Let's subtract the price of the jeans. $60.50 minus $15.75 would be $44.75. And then we can take that and divide it by 950. That would give us 4.7. So here's where things get weird. T has to be less than or equal to 4.7. So logically, you can't buy 4.7 t-shirts. It's going to mess up one t-shirt if they cut it up like that. And you can't buy 5 because that would cost too much money. In fact, if you plugged in 5 here and then just did the substitution, that would end up costing $63.25, and you don't have that much. So when we have an answer like this, and it has to be less than 4.7, we have to go with 4, because she'll have enough money for 4, she won't have enough money for 5. Alright, for this one, Heather pays $30 per month plus 5 cents per text. She wants to keep her bill under $60. So if you tried to write an inequality for this, it would probably look like this. 5 cents per text plus $30 for the month needs to be under $60. Notice that I'm not putting or equal to because of how they phrase this. They say under 60. For whatever reason, Heather doesn't want to spend 60. She wants to spend less than 60. So we can't put an or equal to sign. That would be incorrect. Alright, now to figure out the solution, we could solve this, subtract away the monthly fee, and then divide by 5/100ths. You could do that on a calculator, just in case I don't get another chance to show it though. You could also do thinking of division as a ratio, and you could multiply this by 20 and 20, which would be 600 and a whole. Or you could just use your calculator and you get 600. So our solution would be t is less than 600. And as you can see, that's answer choice A. Alright, just in case they ask you to graph an inequality, let's go over the 4 different ways that the graph will look. So the first one says x is greater than or equal to 5. And that is nothing new. So I'm going to shade in the 5, and I'm going to shade in everything that's greater than or equal to 5. Similarly, the second one, x is less than or equal to 10, because it looks like an L, that one is going to involve a shading in 10, because x can equal 10, or less than it. Here's the part where if you didn't watch your earlier homework videos, you might be still confused. So let's do 3, 4, and 2. It says x is greater than 3. It doesn't say x is greater than or equal to. So in this case, you're going to be expected to put an open circle. That's sort of like marking the number 3 as important, but because we're not shading it in, we're saying x can't actually equal it. X can equal anything greater than 3. So that's how you would show that. And then this last one, we have 9, 10, 8. It says x is less than 9. Again, there's no or equal to sign. So I'm going to use an open circle just to mark 9. And I'm shading in everything less than. Woohoo! 10 videos in one day. Guys, I've said this, but I'll say it one more time. Really proud of how hard you guys have worked this year, and I know that you guys will do very well this next week. Peace.